Adi, what are you doing?
What did I do? I did nothing. I'm just admiring you. You look stunning in this sari.
Thank you. Now remove your hand from my waist.
Too late. This is my new favorite place.
Stop, Adi. We'll be late.
Gosh. They reached the Bakshi mansion around 10 a.m. and Sanvi's breath caught in her throat. The house wasn't just big, it was magnificent. Ornate gates, manicured gardens, towering pillars. It looked like something out of a movie.
Adi, they must be super rich. Just look at this place.
Yes, they have money. Nothing else.
What?
Advik, you came. Come inside. We are waiting for you.
Bhai, you came, what? I love you, bro.
I love you too, sis.
I stood quietly behind him, smiling politely. Adi had warned me, and he was right. I was invisible to them. No one welcomed me. No one asked my name. And strangely, I didn't feel hurt. Not anymore. Adi had prepared me for this.
Sita, take their luggage to the room. Advik, go and rest. We'll meet at lunch, 12:30.
Adi, I've never lived in a room this luxurious. I feel like I shouldn't touch anything. What if I break something? Oh God.
Sanvi, you remember our promise?
Yes, and you remember yours, right?
Yes, madam.
Well grounded, because no matter how invisible I was to the rest of the world, Adi saw me. And that was enough. I changed out of my sari into a salwar. Walking around in a sari, especially in a house this size, wasn't easy. As they'd said, lunch was at 12:30 p.m. Everyone had gathered in the dining hall, the air buzzing with chatter and the clinking of plates. After a long time, everyone's together for lunch. I'm so happy.
Yes, it's wonderful to be together.
Sanvi, you're a married woman now. You should wear a sari while living here. It's a Bakshi family rule. She was Arvind's wife, and I recognized her from the photos Adi had shown me. I blinked, caught off guard. I'm sorry, I didn't know. I'll wear a sari from now on. It's okay for today. You didn't know our rules. Damini, Divya, and Veda will explain everything you need to follow. I nodded silently, absorbing her words. The room fell quiet. I felt the weight of their expectations pressing down on me. Then I felt Adi's hand slip into mine beneath the table. A gentle squeeze, a silent reassurance. He was more worried about me than I was, and somehow that made me feel braver. After lunch, everyone scattered. Adi returned to our temporary room, but I was asked to follow Damini, Veda, and Divya. I still wasn't sure if I could call them my in-laws. It didn't feel like I belonged yet. We reached the kitchen, though it was spotless and untouched, more like a showroom than a space for cooking. All right, we'll explain the rules. First, as you've heard, you must wear a sari at home. Second, don't come into the kitchen. The servants handle everything. It's not a formal rule, but I know how middle-class women love to cook. I'm telling you this because I don't want to see you here. Okay, madam. Don't call us madam. You can say auntie, nothing else. Okay. Don't argue with us. Arav's in-laws are coming for dinner tonight. They're a wealthy family. It's their first visit. I don't want any mistakes. You can go now. One more thing. Don't tell outsiders you're a Bakshi daughter-in-law. Okay. I turned and walked away, my steps quiet, my heart heavy. But I wasn't broken. Adi had warned me, and somewhere inside I knew who I was even if they didn't see it yet. After hearing their rules, I returned to our room. Adi was pacing, his brows furrowed, lost in worry. The moment he heard the door open, he turned slowly, eyes searching mine.
Are you okay? What did they say? Did they scold you?
I smiled softly. He was more anxious than I was. I walked over and wrapped my arms around him, resting my head lightly against his chest. My hug, his favorite remedy, was all it took to calm him down. I'm fine, I can handle everything. You're the one who told me not to expect anything, remember? So I am not. Their words don't touch me. I only care about my lovely husband's feelings, not anyone else's. So please, don't.
Okay, wife. Now tell me what they said.
I told him everything, every word, every tone. He listened quietly, no interruptions, no outbursts.
I told you that, didn't I?
You know Arav's in-laws are coming for dinner tonight.
Yeah, first time, right?
Is it arranged marriage?
I think so.
Adi, can we go shopping soon? I don't have enough saris to wear here. And I need to bring my sewing machine from home.
Okay, love. We'll go.